Hello and welcome to this week's Live, Local and Loud with me, Kevin Corn. On this week's show, I shall be chatting to the wonderful Billy and Tara from local synth alt pop band Express Office Portico. And also we'll be playing lots of homegrown music by local bands. Hello, I hope you're all well and are having a great week. I'm firing on all cylinders now, having gotten rid of my nasty lurgy I had last week. I've got a couple of new songs for you starting off this week's show. So let's kick things off with a brand new one from The Phased and Me Against the World. Wow, what a banger. Cool. That was The Phased latest track, Me Against the World, released, hot off the press, released last week. And it looks like their next gig is going to be a Supporting Space, which is going to be pretty big for them. That's at the O2 in Sheffield on the 25th of February 2023. So Supporting Space. Excellent. Cool, great to hear some new stuff from them. Love that one. Okay, talking about new stuff, here's another track hot off the press from their very latest EP. It's Mysterious Blues and Running into Darkness.
Yeah, 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 yeah. into darkness, been caught in the rain. Bet that your ghost one big secret that I'm in. Can you make me feel loved and content? Voodoo woman, sky is crying. Voodoo woman, can you make me alive? She sat right down, any confession, said my true love a letter. Voodoo woman, gonna ride every single me down, even if it took my sunshine under the sun. Gotta break from you to make things better and true. Maybe the heartache had be too much for her. Voodoo woman, can't be her. It's just my luck, daggers at me. Something I did to upset the apple tree.
Loving that raw DIY sound there. That was Mysterious Blues from their very latest EP, Running Into Darkness. Okay, let's have a slightly older track from Dust and Debris, Three Women.
1, 2, 3, 4. You know I got three women on my mind. You know I got three women on my mind. The one that I'm living with and the one that I'm loving with and the one who went and left me way behind. The one who went and left me way behind. You know I got three women in my life. You know I got three women on my life. One who really mothered me and the one who nearly smothered me and the one who surely should have been my wife. The one who surely should have been my wife. You know that those three women are a lot like you. You know that those three women are just like you. When everything is said and done, they're just like you, rolled in one. Every little thing you say and do. Those three women are a lot like you.
was the wonderful Dust and Debris and Three Women. Dust and Debris are next playing at the lovely Donkey in sunny Leicester at 4:30 on Sunday the 19th of February 2023. Also forgot to add about the Mysterious Blues, who I just played before Dust and Debris. They are performing on 24th of February at Heathcote Arms in Croft. That's an 8:30 start, and then they're also playing the day after, 25th of February, on in the Cross Keys in Swanwick in Alfreton. That's free entry from 9 o'clock. At those gigs, they'll be playing their own original stuff as well as covers of Sweet Child of Mine, Tutti Frutti, all that sort of stuff. Lovely, lovely. Mysterious Blues. Very hard-working band. Always playing in local pubs and stuff. Okay, so let's have a bit of Factory Girls and Never Seen a Ghost.
Seen a ghost written into words. I've never seen a ghost written into words. There's stories in windows you've never even heard. 'Cause poems and sculptures whisper those phrases. These skies are bitter, black and white, like a thorn in my side. You hold me so tightly, like a mother and child. These tides, they glisten in moonlight. I can never be sure how you float through my walls when I sleep at night. When I sleep at night, I've never seen a ghost written into words. I've never seen a ghost written into words. There's stories in windows you've never even heard. sculptures whisper these phrases. These skies are bitter, black and white, like a thorn in my side. You hold me so tightly, like a mother and child. I can never be sure how you flow through my wall when I sleep at night. When I sleep at night.
That was a nice mellow one from Factory Girls and Never Seen a Ghost. Okay, so it's time for this week's interview where I'm chatting with Billy and Tara from synth alt pop band Express Office Portico. First of all, here's one of their songs, I Like It Weird.
Cuff me up, the key.
That was I Like It Weird by the amazing synth alt poppers Express Office Portico. And this week's interview is with Tara and Billy from the band. Hi guys, how the devil are you today?
Hiya, good.
Hello, very well, very well.
Excellent. Thank you both very much for joining me today on my little show here on Live, Local and Loud. Now guys, can you quickly, well, I was going to say, can you tell us which one's which? I know obviously the female's Tara and the bloke's Billy, but what do you do in the band? Who else is in the band and what parts do they play?
Yeah,
Yes.
so I'm Tara. I'm the vocalist, and I do play a bit of synth, but only a little bit now, isn't it, Billy?
Yeah, you've sort of taken the reins and sort of dancing around stage with just the microphone, and I mean that's sort of been quite a recent development, hasn't it? But
Yeah.
so I've taken sort of synth responsibility, I guess. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so I'm the synth player, and then I do backing vocals as well, and some lead parts, but it's mostly Tara.
Right. Is that because it does look a bit more dynamic, I suppose, if Tara's not doing synth, so she's got more time, as you say, she's able to dance and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I think in theory it was nice to have all the synths on stage. We were like, we want all the synths, but then we were like kind of behind the ball and not able to sort of like be like close to the audience. So I think, yeah, we sort of were like, it's probably better if one of us is a bit more freed up in that aspect.
I am quite jealous of that, you know.
You can come off the synth. We should swap.
Have you got some wicked dance moves then, Billy? You want to show off?
Yeah, I try my best just on the synths, but it doesn't really get me very far. Sort of, you know, just basically doing leg stretches. That's what it looks like.
Brilliant leg stretches. Okay, so who else is in the band and what do they do? Just briefly.
Yeah, so we got Ben Phipps on bass. He whacked out a few dance moves here and there as well.
Excellent.
We've got Ruben on guitar, and then Ollie on drums.
Have you been around long? I think you seem to look like quite a new. You're all quite young, aren't you? So I'm presuming you're quite a newish band.
Newish.
It feels like we've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's I mean, we started. It must have been 2019.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was. Well, I mean, I guess that's a bit of a stretch. So let's say 2020.
Yeah.
But yeah, we started around the time of sort of just before COVID and during, you know, the first lockdowns and what have you. So it was it meant we weren't able to get our faces out there, I guess. So yeah,
it was sort of a year where we felt like we were doing stuff because we were doing stuff, but maybe not so much out and about just because of the circumstances, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose that period sort of gives you time to lay the foundations and write some songs, get your act together. Maybe I suppose you can't perform. You could perform individually via webcams and stuff, couldn't you?
Yeah, and I think it was quite a. To be honest, it was quite a. It was quite a important time for us, really, because as you say, like we were able to focus and really sort of hone the craft in a little bit and really think about, you know, how we wanted to release, what we wanted to release, you know, how we wanted to sound, that sort of thing. So it was you know, a very probably our most productive year, really, because we were just stuck inside and writing. So but then we released our first single, I Like It Weird. That was January 2021. So that was 2 years ago now. But that, you know, that feels longer than that, really. Like, yeah.
I do like the vocals in I Like It Weird, actually. I think they were really quite it sounds quite pure. You can hear the vocals quite well, which is quite nice. So Tara, that's obviously your job, doing the vocals. When did you realize you had such a gift?
I think it's just one of those that when I was quite younger, I just didn't shut up singing. I was just always making little songs and stuff. So it was just like, it's just always been in my blood, apparently. I've just been unable to sort of, yeah, they couldn't stop me. So I've always been writing songs and doing music. And yeah, like it's always sort of been around. Like I think we were speaking in another interview the other day about like our backgrounds with music and stuff. And it's just been something that always growing up has been quite important. Like my mum and dad were in a band together, all that kind of thing. So I think, yeah, it's just something I've naturally just sort of gravitated towards, I guess.
Well, does it take any special training or just happens naturally?
I mean, no. I mean, I've done vocal lessons. I've done lessons on like piano and vocal lessons, and I've studied it like educational wise since like college and stuff, music, and I've got my degree in music. So it's something I've like done both recreationally and I guess like in an education like sphere. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I am trained in that way, but I think it's more so it's because it's a passion as well. I don't necessarily see it so much as that, I guess.
Okay, and you don't have regular sort of classes or anything with a voice coach, anything like that?
No, no, I used to, and I probably would consider it again just because it's good practice, isn't it? To kind of have someone to sort of, yeah, reflect off of when you're practicing. But yeah, not as of late, but maybe I should look into that.
Oh, okay, no, I just thought it sounded really good. Okay, so now I've got to ask you, Express Office Portico. How did that? Now that name reminds me of some software I used to use when I had an office job. Is that the intention, or how did it come about?
Yeah, it's not meant to sound as boring as that, I guess.
It was an exciting office job. Well, not really. Yeah. No, it wasn't
That's fine
actually.
then.
You can express yourself, you know. Yeah, no. So I guess that was my responsibility. I'm afraid. I actually so we're from Nottingham, and I guess the reason behind it is that I saw like an article that some illustrator had done from Nottingham. I think she's a lecturer at the university or something, and she'd basically done a load of lots of illustrations of famous places in Nottingham, or at least sort of like poignant landmarks, I guess. And so you had sort of like the castle and all this sort of stuff, and then one of them was something called Express Office Portico, or the Express Office Portico, which is right in the centre of town, and it's basically the entrance to a old newspaper distribution office. So it was I think it was called like the Nottingham Express back in like the 1920s or something like that. And it's got it engraved in there, so it's the express offices, and the entrance is a portico, so it's sort of like a outside sort of foyer, I guess.
Okay.
I guess we wanted to like root ourselves in Nottingham very deeply, didn't we? So
Yeah.
we're like, let's take a landmark and kind of make that. Yes.
Yeah, that was the idea. It was sort of like, we wanted to, as Tara said, sort of cement ourselves in that scene, and the best way that I thought of that was to, I guess, call ourselves something that was to do with the city. So
Yeah, okay, so that's nice. A nice little nod to your hometown. That's nice. Yeah. Okay. I talked about Nottingham actually. It looks like you've played some awesome gigs there. I mean, what was it? Beat the Streets Festival as well. One day in Nottingham. Was that you've got some little video clips of that on your Facebook page, is that right? What was that like to play that?
Yeah, that was actually really, really good. I've enjoyed a lot of the gigs that we've been doing recently, actually, like Beat the Streets we've played before as well. And it's always just great fun, isn't it, Billy? Like I love it every time.
yeah, I mean, Beat the Streets is a particularly good one because I guess it's all of the artists there are all from Nottingham.
Yeah.
So it gives all those artists a fantastic chance to play some really, really big venues in Nottingham and the country, really. So, we played Rescue Rooms last year there, which is 500 capacity, something like that, and it was full to the brim, which was a fantastic experience. So this year we played downstairs in Rock City, which again was a great great venue, and I think that was probably in front of about 300, maybe a bit more. So, so yeah, I guess we never really thought that we only really started gigging sort of summer of 2021. So, to play, what was it? It must have been our 6th gig, something like that, at Rescue Rooms. We were just blown away, really.
Okay, well, let's play another one of your songs. Let's play Cosmic Joke. So before we play it, though, would you be able to tell us a little bit about what was the inspiration behind this song?
Well, this was written by our guitarist Ruben, who is sadly leaving us soon. But the inspiration is mostly, I think it's like thinking about sort of the universe and you're standing in it. It's kind of like that drop in the ocean sort of feeling, I guess.
Here's Cosmic Joke by Express Office Portico.
Upon the stage floor,
That was a Cosmic Joke by the amazing synth alt poppers Express Office Portico. And this week's interview is with Tara and Billy from the band. So, guys, now I see you've got a tour coming up. Would you like to tell us about that?
We do. Yeah, so we're firstly, so it's four dates within the space of 8 days, I believe, which, you know, we've never never done so many gigs in such a short amount of times before.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
So yes, we've got we're playing the Eagle Inn in Manchester on the 22nd of February, and then the next day traveling down to London, playing
Good
Seabright
God.
Arms. Yeah, so that's quite a leg of the tour. That.
Do you think you're going to get much sleep on the tour bus?
No, probably not. We've actually got a like a camper van.
All right.
that we're all going up to Manchester in, and then travelling down to London in. So
Oh wow.
Yeah.
it should be,
It
yeah,
would be
it should
nice because before we've sort of had to make our own ways there and sort of in different cars and stuff, but this time we're actually all together, which will be interesting.
Oh,
yeah,
excellent. So you have literally got a tour bus. That sounds good.
yeah. Then she
Yeah.
got a tour.
brilliant.
And then the week after that, we're playing the Firebug in Leicester.
Nice.
That's on the 1st of March. And then the day after that, we're playing at Bodega in Nottingham on the 2nd of March. And they're all headline shows, headline tour. So yeah, it's something that we've wanted to do from the outset, really. So to be able to sort of organise that with promoters and that sort of thing, and plan it all was like brilliant. And it's just a nice thing to do, that especially because our guitarist will be leaving soon, which it's sort of like a really, really nice send off for him as well. So
That's true. His farewell party. Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed when you're playing Leicester, you're actually headlining and Siobhan Matsey supporting, which is the opposite way round to when I saw you a couple of weeks ago. So from a band's perspective, what's it like? Do you prefer sort of supporting, or do you prefer headlining? How are the two sort of different from a band's point of view?
Well, I think I like a bit of both. We've done a bit haven't we, before, where we've sort of done swaps. So with Oliver Marston, we sort of had it where we played down in London as supporting him, and then he came up to Nottingham and supported us. So I like doing stuff like that, where it's sort of like you're sort of swapping the sort of scene a little bit there. It's quite nice to actually like and see a bit of what they're doing as well. And then you sort of get closer to another band as well, which is always nice.
Yeah, and I suppose when you're touring in their town, it's probably better if they're supporting. I mean, if they're headlining with you supporting, because they're more likely to bring the crowd, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Like that is, like it's great playing a headline show. Like it's always good fun. You get a larger set and that sort of thing. But I really quite like supporting. I think supporting, especially as Tara says, like going out of the city that we're from, and being able to showcase our music to people who wouldn't have heard it before. That's always just like just a real feel good thing, I guess.
How does the creative process happen within the band? Who sort of writes the music and all the rest of that?
Well, I guess that's something that's changed fairly recently, I guess. So
we're sort of adapting at the moment, aren't we, a little bit from the way that we used to sort of do things with lockdown and everything, and now it's changing a little bit, isn't it? It's sort of to more trying to make it more in person, and how we sort of navigate that now that we've not got to do things but like sort of virtually as much, I guess.
Because during lockdown it was very much sort of like one of us would write a chord structure or lyrics or what have you, and then pass that on to someone else, and then they'd do their bit on it, and then that would be passed to someone else. So it was very much sort of like putting a jigsaw together. But we've started sort of going into our drummer Ollie's place, and sort of the whole band going there for a day and just thrashing something out. And most of the time we do get something pretty good. So that's sort of where we're at now, I guess. But it was the transition was a little bit funny because we hadn't sort of done that before, I guess. So
I'd say at any time the ideas can come from any one of us. We tend to write our own parts, and me and Billy tend to focus on vocals and stuff like that, but really we all have a good go at writing it, and we all have a say in the end product. So I'd say we all are a big part of the creative process, really.
Right. Yeah, it's a joint effort. Okay. So now we talked about your little mini tour you've got coming up. I've noticed a lot of your social media seems to have comments from people in other countries. Have you thought about touring abroad at all?
We got asked to play Texas, didn't we?
We did. Yeah, we did get asked that. Watch this space, I guess. I mean, it would be great, wouldn't it? It'd be absolutely fantastic. But I think maybe if we won the lottery, we'd give it a go.
Well, if you can play some, I don't know, big festivals or something, and then they might pay for your travel and accommodation.
Yeah,
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 I'd say it's
exactly.
definitely not out the sphere of what we're looking to do. Like that's the ultimate goal, isn't it? Being able to go and tour in other places and
Mm.
get sort of a more global following. That would be like the ideal. So I think it's definitely not out of the question if anyone wants to hit us up, go
Yeah,
for
very true.
it.
Yeah, and it's something that like we've been sort of applying for festivals for
Yeah.
this year for the upcoming summer. So it's these things always sort of like roll on, don't they? You might meet someone at that festival and they'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, German festival, or have you like happening? Like, why don't you play there and what have you? So,
Yeah.
That's
So,
it.
yeah.
Like you say, it's sort of networking really. And when you play at these
Exactly.
things, yeah, it depends who's there. Have you got any festivals lined up that you can mention?
Not at the moment. No. We've been applying, and we've been sort of getting
Sort of
our
applying season right now, isn't it? And then
Yeah.
hopefully we'll find out a
Yeah.
little bit in the near future.
Yeah, it's applying season. Yeah, so there's sort of festivals that are only just sort of announcing their first couple of bands and that sort of thing. So yeah, so it's very much sort of like in the pipeline, I guess. But yeah, we've sort of just waiting on that really.
Are you more of a recording band or a performing band, would you say?
I'd say we've done a fair bit of both. I'd say we're planning to record soon again. We like to have, I think, a fairly even balance. We're always talking about having like what is the perfect balance between recording and playing. I think we're all sort of more here for the playing side, so we do tend to do a lot of gigs, don't we, Billy? I think.
Yeah, I think we're that's what we're motivated by, I guess, sort of
Yeah.
playing live and enjoying ourselves with it. So not to say we don't enjoy ourselves recording, obviously, but there's just a certain sort of romance, I guess, with playing live, and we do try and just do that as much as possible, really, because that's what motivates us, really. So and then
we do have a few songs that were sort of lined up to record soon, I think, in the near future, don't we?
Yeah, we've got sort of I mean, we're hoping to do an EP. It's just sort of like trying to find what sort of fits together and making something cohesive, which is a really sort of interesting artistic challenge for us. So and one we haven't done yet. So that's sort of on the horizon, I guess. But yeah, so and we all have a great time recording as well. That's something that we love. So yeah, so really looking forward to getting back in there, because we've not been in the studio for God, how long, Tara? A year and 4 months. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So when you say cohesive, is that just sort of making sure the songs sort of go together, or is it like a concept thing where you've got a story going through, or?
Yeah, a bit of both, really.
Yeah, I think we want to make sure that they're all sonically quite similar and discernible in that way. Obviously, we don't want to write the same song over and over again, but we want to make sure that we've sort of got everything in the same sphere, maybe the same mood, that kind of thing. Yeah, it would be nice to have something that sort of goes together in that way, that people can sort of, define it in that one EP, I guess.
All right. So have you got any actual so you've got your tour coming up? Any other plans after that, or just see how your festival applications go? Because we're getting towards the summer now, aren't we? Well,
yeah. So I guess the focus is the tour, really. So that starts next week. God, next week.
Wow.
We've got some great supports. We've got quite a few. Let me read some of them just so we're shouting them out. We've got Olivia Browse, Betsy B, Common Goldfish, Oliver New, obviously Siobhan, Mazzy, Rosary, and then Estella for Bodega so far. Yeah. Wow. So plenty of really, really good talent in there.
Excellent. Well, I can't wait. Hopefully, I will be seeing you in Firebug as well, so that'll be good. Can't wait for that one.
Oh, yeah.
Superb. Okay, brilliant. And before we play your last song, what's your social media handles?
Well, if you just go onto Google, type Express Office Portico in, you'll find us instantly anywhere. Which is that
everywhere.
Yeah, it's the advantage of having that unique name. So yeah, so Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
Yeah.
What else have we got, Tara? Is that
YouTube, everything. Yeah.
YouTube, of course. Yeah,
Yeah,
YouTube.
I've just subscribed to you on YouTube. By the way, you've got about 65 subscribers now. I think it was
There
Lovely.
we go. Wow, lovely stuff.
Excellent. Okay, brilliant. So thank you very much, guys, for joining me on today's little live local and loud. We're about to play your latest song. I've forgotten the name of it now. Can you remind me and tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, it's Forget the Name.
Oh, that's what it is. Excellent. So how
There
did that
you
come about? What's the song about? Forgetting the name.
Well, I think that for me, I wrote most of the lyrics. It was mostly about sort of the mundane parts of life. Sort of you get in the groove of things, dreams get lost, you have big plans and you sort of are unable to fulfill them. But sort of that acceptance that comes with that and the change within life.
Okay, brilliant. So here's Forget the Name by Express Office Portico.
Struggle lies around the bend. It up and raise its head again. Breaking bonds and making amends. Heart take till the very end. And I can't lie and say I've tried to take my time to heal. But time goes by, funds run dry, and life becomes surreal. Rosebuds gather around, being found out. Rosebuds gather around, being found Turning page after page, all the while less engaged. Forget your face, forget the name. People start to look the same. They tell me I can't define what it's like to feel confined. 'Cause I'm not you, yeah, I'm not you. Forget the name, 'cause I'm not you. Rosebuds gather round, being found out. 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 Some months down the line, after some time, I'll visit you in blossoms bloom, vines of trimmed vine, nostalgic with the bad, closet with the good. Forget the name if I ever could. Rosebuds gather round, being found out. Rosebuds gather round, being found out. Rosebuds gather round, being found out. Rosebuds gather round, being found out.
That was me chatting to the wonderful Billy and Tara from a local synth pop band Express Office Portico, abbreviated to EOP. EOP. That brings us to the end of another live, local and loud with me, Kevin Gaughan. I hope you enjoyed this week's show. Don't forget, if you want to listen to any previous interviews or previous live, local and louds, you can check out musicinleicester.co.uk and there'll be a handy playlist with them all on the right hand side. Also, doubly don't forget, if you want to see what live music is on in sunny Leicestershire, check out our very handy gig guide. It's the most comprehensive gig guide of Leicestershire gigs. It's also at musicinleicester.co.uk. So I'll see you next Thursday here at Hermitage FM, 5 o'clock. Do have a great week and I'll see you then.